gas up the Jeep, it's good to be free. Load up the pans and fishing poles. The highway is long, the wheels turning round. Pack up the cook stove and the bowls. Arlo and I, we hit the open road. Arlo and I are on the road.
I hate sardines. It's funny. That's the most common response I get from people when I start talking about sardines and sardine recipes. And I thought today that I might just throw out a couple of simple ideas that might make sardines sound a little bit more appetizing to the beginner or someone that's actually never had a sardine before. Now, the other funny thing I find is that most of the people that say they don't like sardines have never even had sardines. And they're usually kind of turned off by the fact that they're whole little fish with the tail and the skin and the bones and all that. So I think the first way to approach this is to go for a sardine that is skinless and boneless. And here's a couple of different ones that I found in the grocery store the other day, and I thought these would be perfect for the beginner sardine eater. This one is King Oscar skinless and boneless sardines in olive oil. And then this one here is seasoned sardine fillets in water with no salt added. So this one for a more healthy option. Although I do recommend having the sardines in olive oil for the first time because they do taste much better. They're much richer and they have much more flavor to them. The sardines in water taste way more like just fish, and the sardines in oil have that nice olive oil flavor. It really gives a nicer texture and all that. So I would recommend for the first time sardine eater to go for the skinless and boneless, and also for the sardines in olive oil. So we're going to start with this one right here. This is the King Oscar brand. Alright, so you can see that those fish are right there. The skinless and boneless sardines are way less intimidating than some of those other fish that have the scales and the little tails and the bones in there. So this is a great way to start if you've never had sardines before. So I'm going to take one of these actually, and I'm going to make a couple of these crackers here. I think I'll just do 3. Just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to set this to the side. I'll put it over here, actually. And I'm going to slice up some apple. And then I'm going to make some little apple slices. Just like that. Actually, I'm going to take 3 of those. We'll put 3 of our apple slices on here, just like this. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take a little bit of our sardines and put it on the slice of apple, just like that. That. Okay, and then if you like, you can put a little bit of fresh dill on here. So I think of the ones with the apple, I'm going to put a little bit of fresh dill, and then with the crackers, I might take a little bit. If you like hot stuff, this is another way to make the sardines taste a little bit more palatable. Is to put a little dash of Tabasco. So I'm going to put a little dash of Tabasco on those, just like that. So that looks really nice already. So I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to make our little sardine salad. So we have our bowl. To that I'm going to add our sardines, the rest of our sardines here. Okay, I'll save that. I'm going to mash these up just a little bit. To that I'm going to add a little bit of mayonnaise, and then some of these apples. I'm going to take a couple of these little slices of apple here. I'll just nice little small dice of the apple. And then a little bit of celery. Do the same thing, just make a nice small dice of the celery. Like that. We don't need all this. I'll put the celery in our bowl. And then I think I'm going to put a little bit of this fresh dill. So we'll chop up just a little bit of that. I don't need all of that. Take just a little of this fresh dill. Okay, put that into our bowl. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to add is just a little bit of salt and pepper. So salt there. Okay, and we'll just kind of mush this together. That, just like you would to make a tuna salad. And I might add just another little dab of mayonnaise. And that's it. Look at that. So I have that other cracker that we had left over, and I'm going to put that salad right there onto the that. We'll put him right in the middle, and then I think I'm going to put a nice little ploosh of dill on top of that one. And that's it. Look at that right there. 3 really simple ways to enjoy sardines if you're a sardine newbie. We have our simple sardines on a cracker with a little bit of Tabasco sauce. We have our sardines on a slice of apple with a little bit of dill, and I also have my simple sardine salad with apple and celery and dill as well. So the other thing that really tastes great with fish, all fish, and sardines is a little bit of fresh lemon. So a little squeeze of fresh lemon all the way around is another way of really making these sardines taste more palatable if it's not something that you're used to eating. So let's go ahead and eat some of these. So I'm going to start with the classic sardine on a saltine cracker. It's hard to eat saltines without a drink. Now, sardines in a saltine, there's a reason why that's classic, why that's what everybody's dad or grandpa did, because it tastes really delicious. The texture of the saltine really helps balance out the texture of the sardine. So definitely a classic for a reason. And I really like the Tabasco sauce on there. It really gives it a little bit of zip. Okay, let's try the sardine on the slice of apple. Now there I have the slice of apple and just a little sprig of dill on there. So, that is so good. Not that the saltine wasn't. The saltine is, you know, really tasty in itself. But that adds that whole idea to another level. Yeah, that's really delicious. That would be a great appetizer to pass at a party, I think. Now let's try the last one. This is our sardine salad. Now this truly is the best of both worlds. We have the saltine, we also have the apple and the dill all together in this one. So let me give this one a try. I don't see how anybody would dislike that. That is so delicious. Tastes a lot like, a tuna salad, but the apple and the dill really add that nice freshness to it. It's really delicious, and the celery, little crunchiness, really, really good. If you've never had sardines before, I would highly recommend making that little sardine salad. That's so good. All three of those are really delicious. So there you go. If you're new to sardines, or you have a friend or loved one that says, I hate sardines, I think this is 3 great ways to maybe get them to get their fins wet, to sort of dip into the whole world of sardines. Anyway, it's worth a try. If you like this video, please like, please subscribe. That always helps us a lot, and we will see you in the next one. All right, bye-bye.
Arlo and I on the road.